Yo, what up? What's going on? What's good, everybody? The Boxing Sword Shaking here on a Monday, and I have a great guest here with me that has a big fight coming up here on Wednesday night. ProBox TV, September 11th, at the ProBox TV Event Center in Plant City, Florida. He is in here with a record of 9 wins, 0 losses, and 2 draws, competing in the super middleweight division, hailing from Sacramento, California. Come on, folks. Y'all know it's Sean time. Joeshon James in the building. What's happening with you, man?
Oh man, hey, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, you got this big upcoming bout here against Lester Martinez, headlining the ProBox TV card on September 11th in Plant City. Like I said, it's right there on Interstate 4, all 54, in between Tampa and Orlando. That's pretty much, like my stomping grounds, So
Oh yeah,
I've been in there, in that venue in March for one of those cards there. But you've had a couple of fights there under ProBox. So how was it to like kind of get in that particular atmosphere and fight on those cards here that prepares you for what's coming up on Wednesday?
man, that atmosphere is crazy in there. It's like the fans are really close, so you can hear everything. You hear all the chants, all the screams, all the oohs and ahs, man. So you just gotta really keep your head focused and really have your ear to the corner because it gets loud in there, and it can get wild. And it's just everybody's having fun that night, man. Everybody enjoying great 50-50 fights. And that's the thing what Pro Box brings, man. They bring really great, exciting fights, like from the prelims all the way up to the main event, like all are great fights. So, the atmosphere is cool, and I'm great. I'm glad and blessed to be able to be the main event on Pro Box TV.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You had this, of course, against Lester Martinez there, also with the undefeated record of 18-0. He's been on a couple of ProBox TV cards himself. One that was actually over in Washington, D.C. when he faced Carlos Gongora there in a 10-round bout. But you had your last bout against Vaughn Alexander there at the ProBox TV Event Center in Plant City, was able to get a clear unanimous decision there in that particular bout. So, like how comfortable were you like going through those particular rounds there through that 8-round bout?
Yeah, with Vaughn, I knew he was a journeyman. I knew he was gonna be a little tricky and stuff, but I don't know. I think I didn't really take that. I didn't really take that fight that serious. And this fight coming up, you guys are gonna see a different Sean time in there. Man, the game plan is gonna be crazy, and I think I'm gonna just really catch Lester off guard. I don't think he's really taking this fight serious, so this is gonna make this victory that much better. Because a lot of guys they don't find out the hard way until they in the ring, until that bell rings. They don't, because my record, I'm really no one really knows about me, and I got all these great accomplishments under my belts. But like I don't really have all the publicity that I really need to really get my name out there. But it's like people only find out once I fight that that they bit off more than they can chew.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, you kind of like have it to the point where people are sleeping on you there. And one thing that I kind of like had mentioned yesterday and a couple of days ago, leading into this particular bout was with Lester Martinez. It seemed like they're saying like your reports out that Lester Martinez could be involved in a bout coming up in November.
Saw that
and
like
and one of my guys that was on my podcast like kind of pointed that out. It's almost like they're saying like, hey, we're just overlooking our opponent here coming up on September 11th. And I'm like, yo, hold up, man. You got a great opponent here in Joeshon James. That, hey, you can't be slipping around. He gonna beat you. You feel me? He gonna beat you.
and that's just gonna that just makes everything that much more better because it's like, man, they're gonna keep overlooking me and they're gonna keep finding out the hard way. So it's all good, man. I don't take it with a grain of salt, but I'm looking here to spoil those November plans, and looking to be the replacement for that upcoming fight. So you know, it's
Yeah,
all
you get it.
work
Yeah, for
out.
sure. Get in the scene, man. You be out there in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm talking about? Like you get in there with Turkey LLC. You can get in on that money. You feel me?
Man, that'll be a big blessing for real.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now, you had this thing here coming up. I know that you had told me that in preparation for this bout, you pretty much was training not that far off from Sacramento, California. In between Sacramento, California, and Reno, Nevada. So kind of like going to that there a little bit as far as like getting prepared for this particular bout.
Yeah, when I was in camp with Canelo, just we just wanted to just re-imitate that hard work and just the grind and the atmosphere of being in Truckee and just the elevation and just the peacefulness and just just clear mind out there and just training, just really 8,000 elevation running and feeling tired, but you're in shape, but you're huffing and puffing because of the thin air and it's just man, it's just as peaceful out there and just giving it all I got every day, 100%. All the hard work is done. It's time to have fun Wednesday night, so. I'm excited. I'm excited to give you guys a great show.
Yeah, it's something going out there in little some spots in California, because a lot of people kind of like know about the Sacramento, San Diego, Los Angeles, and that type of stuff, but they don't necessarily know about those other cities out there. Like if I went past like Victorville or something, like if you drive
Right.
past Victorville.
Yeah.
Going like eastbound, like you'll get into spots where it's like you don't see basically nothing that night. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like no lights, nothing. So it ain't like all what do they say, palm trees and sunshine and all that type of stuff there in California. That's only over there by the coast. So like you said, you be out there in camp, you pretty much like lined in, focused on what's going on at hand right there.
Yeah, which I'm only an hour away from Sac still. Hour away from everything. Hour away, 45 minutes from Reno. So yeah, it's just a little little slice of heaven right there in Truckee, California, man. That's where it's gonna be at probably moving forward on my other camps.
Word. Now, had something where they had an article, their reference to your upcoming bout, and someone like spoke to your head trainer, there, Andre Martinez. There, you called him Dre, and he said that he ain't saying that it's going to be easy, but we're going to put it on Lester Martinez. We're looking to go to war. So he says his thought is if we win with either the referee stopping it or by unanimous decision out there. Like talk about being there with Dre, during camping, fighting with Dre in your corner.
Oh man, my trainer, man, my best friend, my mentor, my shoulder to lean on. He's more than that, man. More than just inside the ring. He's been a lot more outside the ring too, man. Just welcoming me to his family and just opening up the door and say, hey, what's mine is yours and my family is your family. So I just been really blessed, man. Like it's like, a lot of guys they can do it themselves for a long time, but it's like you need that person to be able to push you and pick you up when you slacking, when you don't got your head on straight and tell you that, get your head on straight pretty much. But it's just working with Dre, just whatever they see, because I don't watch my opponents, but whatever they see, they train me on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we've been just perfecting this game plan, and it's gonna be an easy shutout Wednesday night. I mean, I know Lester's coming to fight. I know he's gonna come with some tricky shit. I know he's gonna make a lot of mistakes too, and I'm gonna capitalize off of all the mistakes. So, like I said, Wednesday night, tune in. It's gonna be fireworks.
Oh, for sure. Now you did mention there that you don't necessarily watch your opponents. I did bring up at least there with Lester Martinez, his bout against Carlos Congora at the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington D.C. at the last one of those other ProBoxTV telecasts. So maybe I guess your team might have seen what was going on there with Lester Martinez in that particular bout.
Well, I don't know which fights they were looking at, but trust me, we got the game plan.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Real quick shout out here on the live chat on the YouTube. Champ Ross says, "Hey, Joeshon, much respect. Represent the Bay, bro. Good luck tomorrow night. Rooting for you."
I mean, I appreciate it, Ross.
Yeah, shout out to Champ Ross there with the prediction league. Of course, man. I don't be doing that good in the prediction league, but I'm gonna catch up on that joint though. I'm gonna catch up on that joint. Going to your first year as a professional. I know that you had like a few fights there over in Tijuana. What was it, kind of like having that particular experience to, go down there to Tijuana and compete there in those fights?
Yeah, if we would have had any other way, we wouldn't have really done it that way. But it was during the pandemic. Everything was closed in the States. It was hard. If you were already signed with a big promotion, you were kind of fighting and still fighting. But it was pandemic, man. It was rough. But yeah, my first three fights out there in TJ, fought some good guys. Oh, one guy he gave up, but I feel like the other guys were pretty tough. Just get my feet wet. I feel like all the greats kind of did it. Well, Devin did it his first 15 fights.
Yep.
I think it was kind of a trend. I think a lot of guys are going to like Colombia now too. But if you gotta do what you gotta do, sometimes you gotta just for the opportunity, just to get to the next step. If it's in Mexico or if it's only for $200, you know where it's going to lead to. Sometimes you can't just be money hungry or opportunity hungry all the time. You got to just take what's in front of you. So and that's what we had during the pandemic with Mexico. So we took advantage of it, and here we are now, main event.
Uh,
I'm pro box.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's good. Like you said, sometimes you got to do what it takes in order to get active and stay active, and having those particular opportunities there, like you mentioned, whether like I said, it could be like a 200, a 500, or something like that. But as long as you keep fighting, like say for example, there in that particular instance, it's like every 2 months you're getting right back in it, and you're able to stay active, stay sharp. That way, you don't just have to be in the gym. You're actually able to do things in the fight to like kind of like say, hey, you know what? I'm able to do this. I still can do this fluidly, or like not have to kind of like recall it, so to speak, there while you're in the fight. Uh, Real quick here from Champ Ross, he says, Joeshon, what are some fighters growing up that inspires you to want to box?
Oh man, the greatest of all time, Floyd. Come on, Floyd. He's been setting an example for a long time. 50-0, perfect record, perfect defense, footwork. He really is. Really set the tone for a lot of his fighters. Adrian Broner before he got a real big head. I thought he was the next coming to Mayweather. Uh, who else? Joe Lewis. I did a report on Joe Lewis back in elementary school. He was so humble, but knocked everybody out, and he was just a real stand up guy, really real down to earth, and also had the skills to back it up. Man, the bronze bomber. Who else? Deontay Wilder before Tyson dethroned him. Now I'm a Tyson fan. Who
Mm,
else right now? Andre Ward from the Bay Area. You know, humble, real humble man. SOG, but he got the skills to back it up and really get the job done at the end of the day. Not really a big knockout power puncher, but he got the skills, the footwork, and the IQ. But Tank, because he just knocks everybody out. It's crazy. He throw the less punches out of his whole weight class, but knocks people out. It's crazy, man. But yeah, just a few of my fighters that be Devin Haney too. Devin Haney from the Bay Area. And
yeah,
he's fought everybody. So yeah, it was just my few fighters right there.
yeah, for sure. You mentioned a couple of them there. Around your area there, over close to Oaktown there, and Devin Haney and Andre Ward, and then of course you mentioned there Floyd Mayweather. But no. Listen. I'm not the greatest. Y'all know what they call me. They call me TBE. Listen, Joshua, I like you. You're a hell of a fighter, but you got to get it right. I'm TBE. No, just yeah, yeah, that's the thing there, man. You gave a good list of fighters there. You should definitely look up to there. Particularly in various divisions there in the sport of boxing and there. And like I said, you want to go ahead and have your name stamped in to as far as like one of those top fighters there in the sport of boxing. And it starts here Wednesday night against Lester Martinez. I mean, they got
Yeah,
him positioned at number 3 in the WBA rankings, right?
yeah,
So they pretty much like have them almost in a good position to be a contender. But like I said, you get this win, man, you get right in there. You know what I'm saying? Right there, man. Like, I say you take that number 3 ranking. You know what I'm saying, with the win on Wednesday night.
Yeah, no, I always wanted my career to kind of be like this, where it's like, like the Keyshawn Davis, like, they fighting already getting belts, already 12, 13 and 0. It's like Teofimo, he already 13, 14 and 0 with belts and everything. So it's like, why waste my time fighting people I know I can beat and not challenge myself and just go after it and just, conquer the world early? Because it's like 26, man. It's like time is ticking. Like, it's time. Like I'm saying, last time we talked was 8 months ago.
Yeah.
It seemed like 8 months ago, and it's crazy. And it's like, imagine if I would have said no to a few of these other fights back in the day. I'll be nowhere near where I'm at right now. Nowhere near being a main event on ProBox and getting all this publicity. So it's like, me, I want to prove myself. I know I can prove myself, and my training backs it up. My mental, I'm not only physically ready, I'm mentally ready. So I'm just ready to give you guys a great show, Wednesday night, and take all them rankings. This ain't my first big fight, you know. I feel like a lot of people don't really know my record and really know what I've been through and really the fights that I've had in the past, but which is all good because I don't like to boast about the past. I like to move forward and make new memories and make new achievements.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Now, from amateur through pro up to this particular point, what would you say is the most interesting place where you have had a fight?
I'm gonna say Florida because of the humidity. It'd be hot in every building. Like, it's hot today. It was hella hot today. Like, it didn't feel that hot, but like it wasn't that hot today, but it felt super hot today, and then it started raining. So it's like Florida is just crazy, the tropical weather. So
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy to find. I know
yeah,
it's gonna be hot in that building. That Pro Box Center, everybody we close together, and it's gonna get hot. So
yeah, man. Yeah, it gets real humid out there, of course, out in Plant City, the Tampa area, whatnot. And at least after July, pretty much in July, it starts the rainy season out there. So it'll pretty much like rain almost every day out there. So, you could have like hours of sunshine where it could be like 92 degrees, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's like a thunderstorm coming through. You feel me?
hot rain.
So that's how it be working out there.
Yeah. So yeah, Florida, the most crazy spot. Yeah, because I was out here for camp with Lubin. Lubin brought me out
Mm.
here to Pompano Beach, and me and my coach like, okay, we gotta get just to this humidity, and then like a year later, I fought in Plant City. Now here I am again, a year and a half later, back out here. So just crazy everything me and my coach Jay we talked about. Like, everything's kind of just coming full circle. Like, when I fought Javier Martinez, I was saying 8 months before that we're gonna fight this guy. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to fight this guy. 8 months later, we end up fight him top rank. And everybody saw that fight. Troy Isley beat him. I'm really the first one to beat Javier. But
Yeah.
topic for another day.
Yeah. Because you did mention, somewhere there, Troy Isley, that like you said, we'll table that for another day. Real quick here, Champ also asked, "What's your promotional status? Are there, anyone that's been knocking on the door? You're just one way away. Like you said, you just focusing here on this upcoming bout Wednesday on ProBox."
I would like to stay independent for as long as I can. Honestly, man, I just there's pros and cons. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I never know what my next fight is, but it's like I'm a fighter. I'm gonna stay ready no matter what. But I don't gotta necessarily do what anybody wants me to do, or if I don't want to do nothing, I'll say no. So, so just having the freedom. I've been free, and I would like to. Nah, I'm not gonna say it, but there's a few companies out there I would love to sign to, who treat me very well. Pro boxers treat me very well.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I've been doing independent this long. Why sign with somebody? I'm
Yeah.
already top 10, in my weight class. So it's like I know I can keep achieving. I can keep doing big things without nobody behind me. So, and if that's the way my career is, that's the way my career is. I'll be independent on B side and keep beating these. I'll keep beating these A side fighters in their hometown in their
Mhm.
backyard. So as long as the price is right, I'm there.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. The thing is, like you mentioned with ProBox, they have these fights there, with a 50-50 or whatever it is, and getting a string of wins could, lead to bigger things in the future. We've seen it here, at least this year with a couple of fighters. Most notably Angelo Leo, there in the featherweight division, who, won a few fights there on ProBox, then was able to host a world title fight against Luis Alberto Lopez and pretty much got a KO of the year there in round 10 to win the IBF featherweight championship. So, like here against Lester Martinez, this puts you in position there in the super middleweight division to, kind of like, make some noise out there. And I know that, Canelo has most of the belts, but as of right now, the IBF belt is vacant and they got like a fight that's coming up real soon for that vacant IBF title. So, a win here, you could, angle yourself in a position to, try to go after that IBF world title.
Yeah, exactly. Like the sky's the limit, man. The sky's the limit for real.
Now,
Yeah.
what you would say is like one of the toughest things that you had to, make an adjustment from as an amateur to a professional?
Uh, no, really big adjustments. Just my body growing, me just eating, me not eating. It's just making weight, man. Making weight is like the toughest. Like that's like the first big fight for me, really. But after tomorrow's when all the fun happens for me is when I jump off the scale and I'm able to eat and really be myself again. Just to get some energy in me, but I don't know. I can still make 160, but 168 might be my weight class after this fight. Might be because I'm still eating. You know what I mean?
Right.
Still eating and still enjoying myself. So kind of was restricting myself a little bit being at 160, but 160 weight class is still kind of quiet down there. I feel like it's still for the taking. So we're gonna see how everything play after this fight, and we might see my 168 might be my new weight class.
Yeah. That's the thing about it. Like you said, making weight or, trying to get down to a certain weight, it gets, sometimes it gets really tough at times. And,
Mental.
the longer that you're a professional across the board, the longer that you're a professional, the harder it is to try to make weight. So the thing about it is like you said, once you get past that day of weigh-in and make the weight, then hey, everything is like, oh man, see, I made it. Let's do this. Let's go, man. I want all the I want all the food. I want all the chicken. Give me some sodas if I need some sodas. And I'll still be ready to go on fight night. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much been like the most stressful thing for a lot of fighters is just trying to make the weight.
Most definitely, that's the biggest thing. Making weight. First
Yeah,
fight. First fight.
yeah,
But most time tomorrow, I think like 11 o'clock weigh-ins tomorrow. So I'm good. I'm good. Just airing out right now.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. Like, what would you say is like one thing that you kind of like do spare time, like outside of working out in the gym or whatnot?
Oh, my little girl, man, my daughter. Just taking care of my little daughter, man. Just trying to be a role model for her. Like somebody asked me, like, what's the first thing you would be wanting to do after a fight? Like see my daughter, man. Like I don't know, it just brings out a different side of me, and just when you got a little human, little heart, outside your body, that's yours. It's just like, man, it's just a different type of feeling. But yeah, man, I'm not really like people be like, oh, let's go to the club, let's go to the after party, let's do something. It's like, man, if they ain't paying me to be in that club, I ain't going to no club. That shit boring. I'm a family man.
That,
they got
that yo, that's the way to do it. Listen,
they ain't
you have a
paying me.
certain, hey, you have a certain status, so it's like, hey, listen. Y'all
Exactly.
know who I am.
Yeah.
So why y'all expecting me to
Yeah.
pay to go into the club?
Man,
Listen, y'all should be paying me, and then I'll be able to bring the people to the club and get y'all some money. You feel me?
there's a whole lot of stuff that come with people just be hating. And I rather not even put myself in that type of position.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely that too, So you don't want to, get into the particular situations where you might have to be, go out of your element. You feel me? So you don't want to have it to that particular point. So you want to limit that or just pretty much eliminate it altogether. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks. Yeah. But yeah. First thing I be wanting to do, eat, and see my daughter.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Now, back to this fight here with Lester Martinez. Like I said, two undefeated fighters in the main event of the ProBox TV event at the ProBox TV Event Center in Plant City, Florida. Yes, it'll be live on the ProBox YouTube channel here, so y'all be able to tune in there for that live main event
Great.
there. I mentioned your camp there, at least your head trainer Dre, right? You know, you also, have on the opposite corner there with Lester Martinez. He's there, with the B&B Boxing Academy. Of course, you have, Coach Bomac, Brian McIntyre. You got Esau Dieguez there, and also Red Spike. So, how would you, feel motivated to like go not just up against Lester Martinez, but against, someone that's part of that camp?
Right. Yeah. No, that's crazy. When I fought David Stevens, he had Ronnie Shields in his corner. I didn't even know until I seen him. We touched gloves in the first bell. Like, damn, go Ronnie Shields. But I got Dre in my corner. I got the future trainer of the year in my corner. So it's like, I got Joe Urias, another future trainer, and David my cut man, and Johnny Martinez in my corner. So it's like they going against the whole team too. So really, I can't really just be like, oh, fucking fanboy and shit, like, because I
Right.
got future trainers of the year in my corner too. We just ain't got the awards yet, but then future trainers of the year right here. So uh, I don't think about all that shit. It's at the end of the day, it's me and him in the ring.
Right, feel you. I feel you there. Like you mentioned it there. You're gonna have it work to where Dre is like a future trainer of the year here, and so it'll pretty much start here on Wednesday night against Lester Martinez. So that's what we got going on here, man. What with that being said, here big thanks for you joining us here on the Boxing Source. So like I said, you got a few hours until the weigh in here tomorrow morning. So you get prepared for that, and like I said, man, hey, listen, just see if you could dodge a couple of those lightning bolts out there, while you're in Plant City or whatnot, because yeah, it gets crazy out there, man.
Right now, like lightning. Right now, it's crazy. I'm like, it was just sunny this morning, but yeah, it's crazy
Yeah,
out
yeah, no doubt, no doubt, man. But big thanks here, Joeshon, for joining us here on the Boxing Source, and we're gonna wait for Wednesday night when it's Sean time against Lester Martinez here, main event on ProBox TV. Y'all tune in live on ProBox TV on YouTube, man. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. It was an honor, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for making time for me.
Yeah, for sure.